Record. Okay, we're on. We're live. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on another episode 5 on Pier 66 Residences. Patricia, thank you for joining. How are you?
Good morning, Ignacio. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So, Patricia, give us a little feedback on yourself and how you ended up in Fort Lauderdale. It's always nice to know a bit about the co-host. So tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm originally from Canada, and I came here after I finished my master's in business because I had a very good friend who was living in Fort Lauderdale from Canada. And I came down to visit, and I never wanted to leave. So when I graduated, I just decided to come and visit. And how I got into real estate was almost a funny story because that's almost 30 years ago. But when I was actually looking for a different job, and I took my real estate license for fun, and I ended up with 3 listings in Harbor Beach in 3 weeks, and then I ended up having to stay in real estate. So
That happens to so many people. They start real estate as as a hobby or as a side job, and they end up crushing it in real estate like you did. And what attracted you? Now that we're speaking, and everybody, we'll start with the presentation relatively soon. But what attracted you to Fort Lauderdale, and what made you stay? And you're mentioning you're from Canada, and actually we're seeing a lot of traction from Canadians at Pier 66, correct? So what made
that's
you
correct.
stay? What made you stay in Fort Lauderdale? And are you seeing that traction from Canadians?
Yes, I am. And actually, there's a really easy reason why Canadians want to come to Florida. It's the weather, and we love the beach, and we love the sunshine, and the snow can become unbearable. So that's probably the main reason. And a lot of the reason a lot of people are coming to Fort Lauderdale that I see, they want to be able to drive their cars, their fancy Lamborghinis all year round, which they
Correct.
can't do at home.
I agree. I agree. So thank you so much for the brief introduction. Let's get into the detail of the presentation. So everybody, we're going to be presenting a very unique new development. It's going to be completed relatively soon, which it's always been. Remember, everyone, I'm from Spain, so I wasn't in the glorious times of some years ago in Fort Lauderdale. But for all of you that do know Fort Lauderdale, we're going to be speaking about an icon, which is Pier 66. Let me see if I can. Give me a second. So, just reviewing. Okay.
Well, this is the old Pier 66, the slide. Yes, this is our icon. And anybody who used to come to Fort Lauderdale in the 50s will remember it being built because it was the tallest building in all of Fort Lauderdale, believe it or not. And the pier top lounge on the top actually rotates, and it will rotate again. It used to be a beautiful place to go and have dinner and see the whole city from one spot. And long before that, it just used to be a gas dock. It was Phillips 66 is where the name Pier 66 was derived from. People came down from Nantucket and New York, would grab their fuel and head down to the Bahamas. And so at that time, they decided, why not build a hotel here? And so this is a very famous hotel in all Fort Lauderdale. And honestly, when we're building around this iconic property. We've completely gutted the inside. We're reviving it, and we're going to have this building declared historic. It's very important to a lot of people.
Okay, amazing. It's everybody that's listening, I think Patricia has made a very important point regarding the history to the development, because one of the main factors that distinguish, and remember guys that my English sometimes my English is not as perfect as my Spanish, so sometimes I think in Spanish I translate it to English, but hopefully I won't make any mistakes. But I think it's important to highlight that the development we're going to be presenting, correct? It has a historical landmark attached to it, because you can get in South Florida, in Fort Lauderdale, many developments, correct? But it's always important to have one tied to history, to a background. That's going to help, I think, in long-term appreciation, in having something to offer, not just the amazing development, but the history coming with the project. So tell
And
us a bit.
if you go
Yep.
back one slide before we talk about uh, Pier 66, I just want to share with you, since you were talking about the value of what you're buying. Now, our builder and developer is Tavistock Group, and they are really famous worldwide, not only for their real estate portfolio, but for also owning over 200 restaurants worldwide, supplying all the Kobe beef from, from Australia to the United States. What you're coming into is a developer that really saw a value in this property. He owns Albany in the Bahamas. If anybody has been there, it's a really beautiful property to be able to visit. And you can only go there if you're an owner or if you're a Nexus member. And anyone who's been there knows Tiger Woods has a golf course there. Justin Timberlake has a recording studio there.
Sorry
And
to
the place,
interrupt. Sorry to
no
interrupt,
problem,
because
go ahead.
that's another of my issues. I always want to. So the other day, Patricia, one of my good friends, he's actually a captain for a very important yacht, and he was in Bahamas, and he was actually docked. I don't know if it was in Albany or near Albany, but he was posting stories of the development
Right.
with the pools in each unit, and he was expressing
Yes,
like how out of this world was. And I
that
saw
is a
that and I said,
signature of Tavistock.
exactly. So I told him, can you believe that's actually what we're doing in Fort Lauderdale? And he told me, bro, that's just simply amazing when you see it in person.
Exactly, because that's 600 acres with a beautiful marina, and we're 32 acres with the marina. So what the Tavistock group found here is they wanted to create an Albany, but a smaller version here in Fort Lauderdale. And
Amazing.
this is the most, this is our super yacht marina. It is a 5-star white glove service marina.
Correct. So no, I think you made a very important point. The developer, British, he's originally from Great Britain. He always delivers extremely out of this world products, and I think it's important to highlight that one of the key factors is we actually we're already close to completion. The project has been funding
Yes,
has
it's
been an issue.
self-funded, so that's really important to note. And we started building this project a year prior to even opening the sales center. So
Exactly.
we are topped off and ready for closings before the end of this year.
Correct. No, I completely agree.
So we're delivering soon.
We're delivering soon, and we're delivering quality. And I think it's always good for the buyers to know. And we've seen a huge spike in sales and movement now that we're getting close to completion. So everybody,
Yes.
if you have
There
clients,
is no other project that's ready right now, like that's delivering now, even in Miami to
even in
Fort
my
Lauderdale.
I
Yeah.
agree. So what are we seeing, Patty, Patricia, on the on screen? This is huge.
This is all of our property. So if you notice that the north side is what we're actually selling right now, that's 22 acres. And on the other side, we have 11 acres more. That's going to be a future phase. But right now, what we're focused on is Pier North.
Okay, so everybody, you can see there's a
You
huge
see our marina there. We have 164 boat slips. We can accommodate a 40 to a 400-foot vessel there.
correct. And I always like to highlight when I go to the sales center with Patricia, they always highlight the yachting lifestyle, correct? That only a Pier 66
Absolutely.
can offer in this new development, which is nobody else can do that. No, and I'm unfortunately, as of yet, I'm not a yachter because I'm still working my way up, but I do know people in the yacht world, and it's just a completely different world, completely different vibe, and that is what we really have to offer. So everybody, you're currently seeing the site map, correct? So if you want to go
Yes.
over it for our audience to listen, it would be amazing.
Okay, well, if you look at number 3 and 4 on the site map, those are our resort residences, which are facing Harbor Beach and are right on Mercedes River. Absolutely beautiful boutique buildings, only 15 units in the number 4, and which is Resort Residence 1, and then Resort Residence 2 is the number 3 that you see on the model, and that has 16 units in it. Now, these are really unique, not only because of their fabulous view and only being 4 stories with the bottom floor parking and only 5 units per floor, but they can be rented on a daily basis. They have no rental restrictions. Now they're not a security or registered with the SEC. They are not a hotel condo. They can be homesteaded and they're fantastic for investors,
Right.
especially if this is their third or fourth home, which for a number of people who have their boats at our marina, that this is their third or fourth home. And they
Very,
want to
very
make
important
sure that
point.
they have a slip, at the marina. So they want to, we're leasing the slips, but if you're an owner here, you're going to get preferential on a slip. You're going to get a discount on your slip, and you're also going to get fuel discount. And this is one of the best marinas in all of South Florida. So we've had buyers just buying, even for their crew, a unit.
Yeah, no, it's good to know. So everybody, for the people that aren't familiar with Fort Lauderdale, I would just like to highlight it's actually called the yachting capital of the world. It's also known as the American Venetians because of, in
Venice of
comparison
America.
to the Venetian of the Americas in comparison to the Italian Venezia. And the resort residences are my favorite. I think they offer something extremely unique, which is obviously the boutique style living, the option, as Patricia mentioned, to be able to daily rent out your unit. But it's just a plus, correct? I think most of the
That's not
people.
all that we're offering. We also have two different buildings available, and that's your number one and your number two. Number one is Azul, and we'll see some pictures as we go on in our slideshow. And number two is Indigo. Now they're also very boutique-y, only 10 stories with beautiful wraparound balconies. There are only 4 units per floor, and this is where you're going to see the individual plunge pools on each unit.
Correct, correct. So it's just amazing the size.
This is the map of our site, but I know you cannot see what we have here, but it's absolutely amazing.
Correct. So this is the historical hotel, correct?
It is. You can see the hotel in the background, and they brought in the engineer from Europe, and the pier top will rotate again. Everybody's asking, and it is coming back. This
Okay.
actually here, what you're looking at is the family pool for the hotel. And if you look to the left, you see some lights. Yeah, over there. That restaurant is going to be called Salt Breeze. It's going to be a Latin fusion restaurant where you can pick up your mahi tacos and also a margarita while you're sitting by the pool.
So Patricia, I think one of the key selling points of this whole resort, we could call, correct, is the hospitality and restaurants and lifestyle that it's offering, correct? I know we have.
Exactly. Like we haven't even got into that, but what is
Exactly.
amazing about our property is that our developer owns 200 restaurants worldwide, Tavistock Group, and they are very famous for creating a Michelin star experience. They have so many Michelin stars in the restaurants. So if you've been to St. Regis in Atlanta, Atlas just received its Michelin star, and so did the garden room. Now, the garden room is actually coming here, but the chef who designed all the foodie experiences on our property is the chef from Atlas, who's Joe Lewis's personal chef. And let me tell you, every restaurant is going to be a culinary experience. We have 7 fine dining restaurants on the property, all Michelin recommended, and 12 different places to eat. So you can go anywhere on our property. But honestly, once you dock your yacht, you just step off the property and enjoy the experience, because you will never get bored of the foodie experience on the property.
So
You
residents.
don't need to leave.
Exactly. So residents that own a pier won't even have to leave, and they'll be able to walk everywhere and enjoy this South Florida lifestyle to its finest. Correct.
And now you can see a little clearer what we're talking about. This is our resort. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but this is the resort residence
Correct. So
1. This is resort residence 2. And here we have Azul, and here we have Indigo. Now, these were our first release. These are only 4 stories. As you can see, what an incredible view. And then over here, this is our garden room, which is going to be, well, also, this is something else that I would like to share. Like if you're an owner here, you can go anywhere on the property. Hotel guests will be limited, and owners are going to have a different experience when they're living on this property.
Okay, that's good to know. So there's going to be a clear separation between, I mean, if the residents want to enjoy the hotel and mingling with the people, they
Yes,
can do it. It's up to them, but they're
but
obviously
there's 30,000 square feet of club area that's just for our owners. 8,000 square feet of that is going to be a state-of-the-art fitness facility. And then 20,000 square feet plus is going to be a club area, which is indoor, outdoor dining and different club rooms as well. And we're also going to have a private pool area with first come, first served cabanas for our owners and two different places to dine in the club area.
so it's wonderful.
Separate from the garden room. And the garden room also, like I said, is going to be that it's a culinary theater. I just went there a few months ago and I can tell you every single item on the menu is divine. And honestly, it's not going to be the same thing every time you go. They change the menu up.
Oh, that's good to know. And well, let me ask you, Patricia, what is your personal favorite, potential of the development? What is if you were, to choose, what is your favorite amenity? What is your favorite, as an individual, what would you choose, from everything we have to offer?
Well, obviously, I'm a boater, so I love being able to come out to dinner on my yacht. But the best thing I love, obviously, is eating out and enjoying the fine dining experiences because for me, I like a culinary experience when I go out to dinner and I like the ambiance. And this is what you're going to get. It's going to be a white glove, 5-star service.
And I imagine the restaurants will be able to deliver food to the yachts that are docked
Oh,
in the marina,
definitely.
correct?
And to your units in your condo. And
Okay.
if you wanted a party catered by one of our, fine dining restaurants, they will cater the party in your room. I mean, everything will be white glove and is really catering to our residents.
No, no, this is it's one of a kind, and only a British developer could do something to this
Right.
exquisite. Like, I was actually educated in a British school in Madrid, so I have very fond memories of everything to do with Great Britain. So tell us a little bit about the marina because I do know it's one of the most recognized marinas in the world, if not the
Yes,
best
I
in
think
the world.
I already told you we have
Yeah.
164 slips, but we can accommodate a 40 to a 400-foot vessel. Now, a 400-foot vessel, you can translate into meters because even though I'm Canadian, I forget how to do that translation, but I can tell you these are our super yachts and we are one of the few marinas that can accommodate them. We also, have a very great reputation with our super yacht owners. And what we have here, I don't know if you noticed, but we have a marina promenade and we're going to have two different restaurants right here on the first floor. It's going to be called Soto Grande. It's going to be an amazing rosé all day, oyster bar, coal-fired pizza, caviar, champagne. And then on our second floor right here where you see these
Yeah.
umbrellas, where that's going to be our signature restaurant called Caluzo's. It's going to be a fine dining steak and seafood house. And then to the right over here on the bottom, where this whole space is 33,000 square feet. So on the right side, we're going to have high-end upmarket shops. So you can provision for your yacht. There'll also be a marketplace to just grab your caviar and champagne for your, if you're having a party, or even if you needed to pick up fine linens.
That's amazing. That's
And
amazing.
the second floor here is going to be yacht builders only, so there won't
Okay.
be anybody bothering our marina guests.
That's good to know. And I love the name of Sotorande. That's actually one of the most iconic locations in Spain, which is also a boating community. So the name already by itself is amazing.
And this
So
area will be open to all marina guests and the public, these two restaurants.
okay, that's good to know. So this is a resort entry to the hotel, correct?
Yes. This
Oh,
is the porte cochere as you're driving into the hotel. Your guests can valet. And if you notice right here on the first floor where my little arrow is, we're going to
yeah.
have another restaurant called Windows on 66. And it's, as you come into the hotel, you'll be able to grab a charcuterie platter and some fine wine with your friends. Second floor is going to be a beautiful spa and fitness facility. It's 13,000 square feet. It's going to be one of a kind, incredible.
Okay.
With a
Oh,
we'll see some pictures a little later on, but it has a beautiful hydrotherapy area and a spa. And on the top floor, you just went one too fast, is going
sorry.
to be our garden room, which is
Okay.
very top floor here is the garden room, which is our signature restaurant for our owners and club members only. It's a VIP experience. You cannot go there unless you are invited.
So it's really giving me the impression that it's everything is I mean, so many restaurants, the spa, it's everything is incredible in size, in offerings, different types of restaurants. So people will be able to really experience a one of a kind walking distance experience in all kind of areas. I mean, restaurant, spa, gym, I imagine.
It's going to be a very elevated experience and it's going to be very exclusive.
No, it's incredible. So this is the resort lobby, correct?
Yeah, so this was done by our architect, Jeffrey Beers, and sadly, he has just passed away. So this is his last legacy property that he has left us. But it is incredible. If you notice, anybody who's been to Pier in the past, notice these columns because they were there before. So what he did is he did like a little mid-century modern. He modernized our lobby, but he kept some of the old world charm. Also, we're going to have, like I said, we're going to have some more casual dining restaurants as well, and they will be in this area. When you walk into the lobby, we have a little coffee place called a latte. What else? There's going to be another one called Garni, where they're going to have events. So you can actually, we're going to have a chef's kitchen where you can watch the chef prepare meals, and we'll have live events. But there will be a menu from morning till afternoon to the evening where you can just, it'll change as the day goes on.
Okay.
They said it's supposed to be very healthy. So, but I
That
saw croissants and chocolate, some chocolate croissants and
Claro, that's good. No, the architecture and I think the spaces and the light that comes in through those windows,
yes.
it's
Oh
very.
yeah, there's a flow. It's absolutely beautiful. Every single.
Yeah, and it gives the kind of impression of waves and water. I really think they
Yes.
actually achieved that, like feeling that you're actually on in the ocean.
And
And
you're on the water.
see, no, it's it is incredible. So what are we seeing now, Patricia?
Well, this is our $1 million view. If you look at this, you can see the whole city of Fort Lauderdale. You can see our beautiful marina, and the view is what you're going to see from our Pier Top Lounge, which will rotate again. And also in our Pier Top Lounge, we'll have light bites and cocktails. And in the evenings, on the weekends, it'll even turn into a dance club at night.
Okay, bueno, es que you're
And
gonna.
what we're selling, you can see here, you can see all these beautiful plunge pools. And this is our building Azul, and you can see our resort residence here right on the marina. Yeah,
No,
you're zooming in. I mean, this is fantastic. A whole quarter of a floor. You can't even see the whole balcony.
no,
Each unit is a quarter of the floor. And the
amazing.
price point on these units starts in the like a high 4.8 on the southeast, southwest corners, going up to just under $7 million. They are
Amazing.
about 3,000 square feet under air with close to 1,000 square foot balcony.
No, it's the balconies are just and the views and everything. It's every New Yorkers and Northeastern USA everybody would desire to have something here, no? And what do we have? What are
Yes,
we seeing here?
this is our Pier Top Lounge. So this is newly renovated. Everybody's going to be excited. There'll be a VIP area for owners, but this is absolutely fabulous. We'll have light bites and cocktails, like I already said, and it will rotate again. So it is going to be the place to go, and it will be open to the public.
Correct. So it's always been a historical icon in Fort Lauderdale, correct? But this is just going to take it
Yes.
to the new level, no?
This is, I mean, everyone has a story here. Everybody, I mean, I know you said you don't remember this place, but when I first moved to Fort Lauderdale, this is one of the places we would go.
Oh, yeah, my aunt, my family was actually they were raised in the US in Coral Gables in Miami, and they would go
Okay,
to Pier. My aunt told me about it when I told her that we were selling
yeah.
the new development. So
That's, I mean, people are buying here because they have memories here and now they can afford to buy here. And it's the first time in history that there's going to be a residential component at Pier 66.
No,
And we're
amazing.
keeping the name. We're keeping the name.
It's a name by itself. It's already one of the, yep, it's we've had many people, no, from the past that used to enjoy it, as Patricia said, that can now obviously afford it. And we've had many people from Fort Lauderdale, locals, correct, which are just
Yes.
downsizing. Is that happening too? Are you seeing people downsize, other generations moving into smaller units?
Well, what we're noticing is people even just buying it as a staycation, even if they live in Weston or in a different community close by, they're buying a piece of Pier 66 to have it because they, one, know the value of the docks slips, and they want to be able to have preferential at the of dockage, and also too they want a little piece of history, and they know the value of Tavistock Group's properties. So because they've all been to, a lot of them have been to Albany. Most of our owners know Albany, and they know what's, happening in the Bahamas, and they want a piece of this. So
I agree, and honestly, I know the development well. Obviously, we're extremely proud in Sotheby's to represent the sales. But when you see the renderings, it does really give you the idea, the impression that you're in some sort of Caribbean resort. And you're mentioning buyers from Weston, maybe Coral Gables, and other
right.
locations that just want to drive for 40 minutes, 30 minutes, and be in a resort Caribbean style. Because
Right. And also we're finding people from, the Midwest, or a lot of people from New York love this location because we're only 5 minutes from the airport. And it's really easy for them to get in and enjoy the experience and then leave quickly if they have to get to a meeting.
that's a very important point for all the businessmen. No, 5 minutes away from the airport. That is.
Exactly. And if you notice here
Oh,
on
sorry.
that, no, it's okay. I just want you to see we have 2.5 acres of pool on the property. It's incredible. The first pool is going to be your private VIP pool. The second pool you see here is going to be the adult only pool. And if you look to the right here, we're going to have a fabulous little restaurant. Sorry, left, I meant fabulous restaurant called the Nectar Room. And it's going to be a Polynesian Asian fusion restaurant, and like top notch, sushi place to get some sushi. And they'll have different cocktails every day.
So you can really eat all different kinds of food depending on the mood or the day you're in, no? Is it
Yes. And then here we have the adult only pool, and it tiers down so you have privacy from the adult pool to the family pool. And we'll see in the next slide, I'll show you, but they're going to have the Salt Breeze, the restaurant I told you will be by the family pool. So there's dining everywhere you go. And if you notice here, we have a water slide if you have children, and everyone knows the Pelican, and the Pelican is coming back. And I don't think we have a slide of the Pelican, but the Pelican is a little dive bar off the marina. And it's 2 stories. They're remodeling the whole thing, and you're still going to be able to grab your po' boy sandwiches or a drink when you're heading out to the ocean. You can sit outside in your bathing suit. It's very casual, and we're going to have a full aquatic center for children there too, and
that's a,
adults too if they want to go paddle boarding or
correct. So
rent
so
a kayak.
so for families and couples that have kids, I mean, Pier 66 is also an option because we've spoken a lot about adults, but we're also offering the best for the kids, correct? For them to
Well,
enjoy,
what
for the
what you
parents to
see
be.
here is you're not buying a condo, you're buying lifestyle. And if you want to go to the adult only pool and your kids want to play at the family pool, you have everything in one place. That's what's amazing about this. We have 22 acres just for your enjoyment. You can go anywhere you want on the property.
And I think it's important to highlight the peace of mind for the parents and the safety of the kids, correct? To be
Yes,
resort style where the kids can be left alone and you can go and dine and walk and you're be on the
right.
yacht and your kids are running around and nothing's gonna happen. And
The same security team who works at the Pentagon has provided security for our whole complex.
okay, no, and I think that's a super important point also. That's one of the reasons, everyone, why we have so many Latin American buyers interested. And we've made sales to Latin American buyers, and safety is one of the reasons, correct? I would
Yes.
like to speak about Fort Lauderdale. Is actually, it was always a bit of the hidden gem for the Latin American market, which used to invest more in Miami. But they've they're looking into Fort Lauderdale, and they've purchased in Fort Lauderdale and given Messi and the Miami Inter soccer club moving to Fort Lauderdale. The interest
Yes.
of Latin Americans has been huge. So I'm going to say it in Spanish. Todos los clientes hispanos que estén interesados en Fort Lauderdale, contactarnos, porque la verdad que la demanda de clientes hispanos para nuestro proyecto es espectacular. Así que ya sabéis, lo mejor de todos los mundos. So Patricia, we're also seeing the resort residences here, correct? In another angle.
Yes, you are. Right in the background, you're seeing the resort residences.
Amazing. So this is the adult pool. We're gonna go.
Yes. Where,
Okay.
and you can see the nectar room. You can't see inside of it, but it's beautiful. It's really going to be spectacular.
This is
And
obviously
this is our VIP pool. So you'll be able to, grab light, like there'll still be a Latin grill here. So you can grab some mahi tacos or a cocktail, or you can just lounge in your chair and have your food delivered to you and your cocktails delivered to you.
okay. So the spa in the lobby. Oof, es que
Here
everything.
is these are some renderings of the spa. Like I said, it's 13,000 square feet. It's going to be huge and beautiful, and any service you can imagine will be here. This is just stunning. We have a waiting area. This is our hydrotherapy area. You can see the sauna, but we're also going to have a steam room. You can see the hydrotherapy pool, and we're going to have even a snow room. So
The corridor, no, it's amazing.
yes, these are just some more pictures. We have obviously a lot of pictures of the spa, but here's our resort residence. So these are what we're selling. These are our lower price point. The ones that are facing the water are about 1645 square feet. They're 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, fabulous views. Now we only have 2 on each floor in each residence, because like I said, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here 6 as well. Then on both sides, you can see there's a fabulous wraparound balcony. Those units are about 2,205 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. They have huge balconies, just under 900 square feet. And then we have 1 unit in each building, on each floor in each building that face the pool, with a very large balcony as well, 325 square feet, a little larger than the ones facing Mercedes River, but they're 2 bedrooms and a den. And we only say a den because there's no window in there, but it's really like a 3 bedroom, 3 bath. So really every unit we are offering is like a 3 bedroom, 3 bath. The price point in our resort residences are starting in the low 3s and going up to a beautiful unit we have that's 2 stories. That's a special unit for 10.2 million.
Amazing, amazing. So this is, we're
These
seeing.
are the lobbies, and if you notice in the artwork, Garcia Stromberg, who's our architect and designer for all of our buildings, other than the resort itself, which was that you can see he etched in the artwork the building. So, and he made it abstract. So it's absolutely beautiful. You'll just take this elevator up to your floor, and there's only 5 units per floor. You have 2 parking spots, 1 valet and 1 self-park.
Incredible. So this is one of the views.
Here's the $10.2 million one. So
Okay.
this is for our special buyer.
Okay. Bueno,
20-foot
the
ceilings.
views deserve it. The views deserve it.
Yes, 20-foot ceilings. It's got 2 balconies, one here and then one up here on the back side.
No,
And
incredible.
it's totally wraparound looking at the marina. This is our resort residence inside the interior, so you can see the views are spectacular. This is the great room. And this is our latest release, which we released at Boat Show, which is Azul. So this building will be done by the end of October. So be ready for next year Boat Show. How incredible are those plunge pools? They almost look like infinity edge pools.
No, it's unbelievable. This is what my friend from Bahamas was telling me, that he was just he had never.
Again, 4 units per floor, wraparound balconies, over 1,000 square foot balconies because of the linear balcony.
No, incredible, incredible.
Yeah. I mean, here's your view. This is off your primary, having your infinity edge pool at your,
I wouldn't mind. I
at your
wouldn't
door.
mind.
Yes.
Yeah, we always like to say that Florida, Fort Lauderdale really gives you the opportunity of living life to the fullest, no? Because of the weather, because of the water. So I think this is just taking it to another level, just waking up and being able to enjoy a sunset, a sunrise. No, it's
Yes. You can pick your view. We have it all.
yeah, no, I
You
agree.
can watch the
Hopefully,
cruise ships. You can have a constant boat show if you'd like.
yep.
Yep. It's a boater's paradise. I mean, here you can see how large the balconies are truly are, because here's your great room and look at, you can put a full dining, you can have indoor, outdoor living.
Correct, which is one of the main points where, we've actually gone far and beyond, correct? The size of the terraces
Yes.
and
And
how.
just look at that view.
No, I agree, and it really feels that you're mixing the being outside and the inside, correct? It just
Yes. It's like a home in the air.
yeah, very very nice phrase. Huh? It's like owning a home in the air. I I
A
agree.
home in the sky.
A home in the sky.
So, yeah.
So this is another what
Beautiful shot of our views. You can see the balconies, just, in our resort residences and the views.
not
And
incredible.
this area is Harbor Beach, in case anyone doesn't know. Harbor Beach is one of the most exclusive residential communities in all of Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, that's good to know. And and this is downtown Miami, the where
Yes,
we start.
downtown Fort Lauderdale, not
Downtown
Miami.
Fort Lauderdale. Okay. See, I'm a Miami guy, so
I know.
it's stuck in my head. Okay, so this
This
is the
is,
condominium lobby. Let's
yes,
see. Oh, I'm going up. Sorry. The
it's
three.
okay. And this is ours, one of the units in Azul, so you can see what it looks like. I mean, they're very similar floor plans, just different views.
Correct. Well, the
This
bathroom is
is all the bathrooms will be finished the way you see it here, with the porcelain tile, the graph fixtures, the rain shower. We'll actually have a remote control to frost the glass, so you have some privacy when you're going to the bathroom. But this is what they do come finished, the
okay. That
bathrooms. Otherwise, the units come designer ready. So what you see here will be the way the bathrooms are, the way your primary will look.
I would just like everybody to really take a minute to understand the detail that the developer and the team have put into everything. No, just check out the blue light on the shower. It really feels like water is dropping from the sky. I think what Patricia mentioned on the being able to blur the glass is amazing, because it does give you that open space when you walk into the bathroom, but it also gives you privacy. So I just like to highlight that the people that are buying here are obviously buying because they know what the developer delivers, and it's very important, the details that are put into every single thing. So that is what really makes the difference when you purchase one development or another. And I think you guys have done an amazing job delivering that exquisite lifestyle. What are we seeing here?
This is our club area, VIP lounge, 20-foot ceilings. This is right off that pool. The pool area is right here. So as you can see, I was telling you, there's indoor, outdoor dining. How fabulous is this bar area? And you can sit and dine. And as you can see, behind these doors are little rooms. You have a library, a game room. We'll see some more pictures next of some of the different spaces that you can enjoy. So if you want to escape and have some quiet time, you
No,
have over 20,000 square feet of club area. Now, this is the garden room, absolutely exquisite. Like I said, every meal here will be a culinary theater. It's incredible.
no,
It's the
imagine.
place to be. In Atlanta, it's the place to be. People come here just to take photos.
Correct. No, I agree. And people that enjoy the social life, I think this is obviously one of the
But
main.
this is VIP, so you have to own here to dine here.
Yeah, I agree.
I
So
agree. And now we're just getting into floor plans, which if anyone's
yeah.
interested, we can send you the floor plans. We don't have to go through all of them right
Oh,
now.
no, I agree. I agree. I think everybody has in their mind what this is, and if they want more in detail, they can contact us, Patricia. But I think thank you so much for the presentation. As always, you're the
You're
number one.
welcome.
You've done a great
It was a
presentation.
pleasure.
And if anybody wants more information, feel free to contact us. This is one of a kind, like Patricia highlighted with every single point in detail. So thank you everyone for joining. Patricia, thank you for coming and participating. And I'll be sharing the webinar recorded to everyone. So once again, thank you y gracias.
Thank you.